Hello there and welcome back to part 2 of our introduction to Xtool Creative Space. Today we're going to walk through the full process of making this custom Follow Us social media card using 3mm plywood. It is a simple but really useful project that combines multiple techniques like cutting, engraving, and scoring all in one design. We'll start by laying out the design and talking about where to find clean, high quality social media icons. Then I will show you how to import and prep them for use in XCS. From there, we will walk through the material settings and get everything ready to send to the laser. Whether you're brand new to laser engraving or just getting more comfortable with XCS, this project is a fun and practical way to build your skills and you end up with something you can actually use to promote your social media. All right, let's jump in and get started. We're now in XCS, ready to put into practice all the good stuff we learned in the previous video, the beginner's guide to XCS. That video was more of an overview, and today we will do more hands-on, putting together a social media card that you can use in your next event, market, or fair. You can even modify it to make it a card that you can add to your products when you're shipping it, kind of like a thank you card, but with your social media information. Let's get started. We're going to start a new project. So we're going to start by adding a rectangle, or you can press the R, right? And it basically will activate the rectangle. We're going to start with that. I think a good measurement, I believe, 145 by 80. That seems like a good space for what we're trying to do. So we're going to add some text, and we're going to just place it here. So Verna builds. That's looking great already. So we're going to engrave it. If you watched the previous video, you know that for engraving and to avoid confusion, I used the blue. This is the outside of our card, and I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to select the cut. And again, because I like to keep things straight, I like to use red for cutting. So now it's easy for me to see, okay, I'm engraving and also I'm cutting. This font, this is Lato or Lato. What is a good one? Let's use Roboto. I use that Roboto. Let's just add another text. You can press T and it will do the same, right? We're gonna say follow us. And as far as the font, Charlotte. I'm also going to engrave it. Gonna center it with it for now. We're not gonna commit to anything just yet. I'll take you now to Creative Fabrica so you can see the options that we have there and where I get my icons, logos, and fonts. So come along. So welcome to Creative Fabrica. If you do not have a subscription for Creative Fabrica, I tell you it's totally worth it. This is where I get all my stuff. I am paying for my own subscription. This is the second year that I'm paying for it. Totally 100% worth it. So what do I want to do? I came here because I'm looking for those social media icons, right? Logos for me to use in our card, in our social media card. So I'm just going to come here to the search box, social media icons. And let's see what we can find. Alrighty, so we got a lot of colorful stuff. I would stick with something black and white, to be honest with you. Okay, so we got either round or this more squarish with the rounded angles. You can spend days and days and days here. This is just a tremendous repository of good stuff. So, you know what? Let's just go with this guy. This is here in the top. I used this one before. I really liked this one before. Just make sure you take a look at that commercial license just to be on the safe side of things. I've never had a problem, but also I don't sell my products. I normally just use them for these tutorials or for the videos that I make. But, you know, they're pretty straightforward here. So take the time, read about it. You click on download, and from there you can unzip it and use it as you need it. So we're back here in XCS, and now we're going to import those icons that we downloaded from Creative Fabrica. All right, so here we have them: Facebook first, Instagram, and YouTube. All right, so we're going to adjust the size. Let's see what works here. And the same for this guy, 35 millimeters. And the same for this guy, 35 millimeters. We got Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Just follow us. It's a little too big. We're going to make it a little smaller. Same here with this guy, just a little smaller, just to be able to fit everything we need to fit. We're going to move them around. You guys go along with this. And we're going to align them there. And we're going to find the middle for this guy. So there it is. So what is next? We're going to add our QR code from the apps. You're going to find it under the code generation. So QR code, in my case, let's do Facebook first. Facebook.com/Severna builds and DIY. I couldn't get Severna builds for some reason. You click on save. We're going to leave it at 15% when it comes to the detail that is printed in this logo, okay? You can do 20, 30, but for my purposes, I usually take the defaults. So save it, and there is your QR code. How easy was that? Applications, code generation, www.instagram.com/Severna builds, right? That's me. In your case, you got to know your handle, your profile name, and you just plug it in the same way that I just did, right? You save it, and it generates the code. Now, this one we did 2656, 26.56 millimeters, right? And there she is. And then YouTube. Same, code generation, www.youtube.com/Severna builds. Save it, right? We said 2656, 26.56, and there it is. And we're done. What else you want, right? This would be good enough for our purposes, but I think we can take this a little bit further, all right? What we've done so far, right? We created our rectangle there, inserted our text, Severna builds, follow us. We went and got our logos or our icons for the social media for Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We got that from Creative Fabrica, and we created our QR codes using the application menu here on the left, and then code generation. And that was it. You got your social media card, right? But I want to take it a little bit further to make it look a little bit nicer. So let's just take our Severna here. Let's just kind of keep it regular to an even 35. I think it looks a little better. I'm going to position it right there in the middle. And then we're going to use the offset tool. Offset creates a nice little border. So what I did is I selected my name, my profile, that little border that we made. We're going to create offset. So it's going to create an outline, right? On the outside, I like it roundish. You can make it more square or bevel. I will keep it round. You can pick and choose, to your liking. I'm going to just set it a little bit further out. Let's see how that looks. Outer shapes only. If you don't select that, you're going to get a lot of noise as it's trying to do also the inner shapes, whatever's near, right? If I do the outer shapes only, it will just bother with the outline on the outside. So that cleans it up nicely. And then we just confirm. Okay, so I'm going to select that original box, press my shift key and select my name, and I'm going to do the offset again. This time I'm going to use an outer shape of a little closer, and you'll see. Great. So now you have all those lines in between. Makes it look pretty cool. I do not need that inner box anymore, so I'm going to get rid of that so you can see it a little better. And this I'm going to actually score. Right, so already selected, but I don't want to get confused. So I use that light blue just to, again, keep my head straight as to what I'm doing. The red I'm cutting, the blue I'm engraving, the light blue I'm scoring. Okay, see if I can just place it there. Gotta look out a little bit. Okay, we're using an okay amount of real estate. Let's just make this, guys, an even 30. So, and let's make sure those two align together. Okay, so align horizontal on the center. Okay, we're just making use of that real estate. And I'm going to select them all, and I'm going to group them. Right click, group, so that I can, then I select the inner shape, and we're going to align them a little better. There, so now we know that everything is in the middle. So that's looking good already. Just to make sure I'm satisfied. I like it. This is just an example, right? You can make it in whatever shape you want to. This card is available. Say that you have your table with all your product. You can make a little stand, have this card leaning against that stand. People can come in, scan it at their leisure, and find you online. You can also modify it and change the parameters to be able to engrave and cut on paper. And you can put it inside your box when you're shipping your products out as a thank you card with your social media information. I'm going to be using 3mm plywood, birch plywood that I have from other projects. So now we're gonna do our settings. So you just go here to unknown material. As I told you, I'm using 3mm birch. If I can type birch, confirm. And now, so cut. What do they suggest for cutting? So their number is 105. 105. I'm going to make my own material test, but it's always good to know where to start. For now, let's just take the default. I want to score, right? So what are they suggesting? 150. No, yeah, 150 for speed, 40 for power, right? Okay, fair enough. And for our images, grayscale, they got 20, 120. And I believe this is going to be the same, exactly the same. For engraving, they suggest 300 by 40. Now, let's say you want it a little darker, a little lighter. The beauty is that you can make the change here at the bottom, or you can just from the card here, make the change directly from the card, and the change is made. They suggest 340. Again, I'm going to go based off of my material testing. Not that I don't trust them, it's just that every material, every plywood, even within the same batch, it might react differently to the power and speed of my laser engraver. Use this as your starting point. Very good suggestions, and I love the fact that this is built in within XCS. What we're going to do next is set up the material testing, go to the garage, get my numbers, come back in here and plug those numbers based on my findings. All right, so we're back. So we got numbers. So these are my results. So let's start making those changes. All right, so for engraving, we're going to use, we said 40 by 200. You can plug in 200 here. Social media icons, we're gonna do 25 by 120, so that I could select all of them, right? So 25 by 120, so we're upping the power a little bit. We're going deeper. By default, they give you 80 LPCs. I'm going to do 100, as I said. For scoring, they use 40 and 150. I'm going to use 50 and 150. Again, this is just my preference, right? Based on the testing that I did. And then for cutting, they have 105. That should work too, I suppose. But I'm just going to go with 80 and 7. I think I have used the 100 and the scorching is really, really bad. So we'll see what we end up with. And that's it. Don't forget to save, and we're basically ready to go try this out in the garage. All right, let's go. All right, and that's a wrap. We went from design to finished product, cutting, engraving, and scoring, ending up with a sign that's ready to show off. It is a great beginner's project because you get to practice multiple laser techniques all in one go. If this was helpful, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment with any questions, and don't forget to subscribe for more DIY laser projects. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the links in the description. I've listed some of my favorite tools and design resources from Amazon and Creative Fabrica. And for my Patreon members, I'll be uploading the project file there so you can try it out for yourself. Thanks again for hanging out, and I'll see you on the next one. So long.